This season is moving by way too quick, and I say this every time about this point, but it's too quick. I hate when football season's over, and we're already halfway through it. What is up, football fans? I got TD Phins Talk. You could tell by the title. TD Phins Talk came on to help me make my picks this week. Like I said, I'm doing this new thing where every week I get a new guest to come on to help me make my picks this week. It is TD Phins Talk. I'm in the works to get some really big guys to come on to help do the picks. But before we jump into the picks with TD Phins Talk, I have to shout out today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is an awesome daily fantasy app that you can go in and you can make these wagers on. Let me just show you. It's easier to show you, but let me just show you. So on my phone right now, you can see they have NBA 2H, you got NBA, NBA 1H, NFL, which we'll get to because that's obviously what we want to do. Scroll over, you see PGA, you got all the sports. Cricket, they even got cricket, all the sports. But like I said, we're going to go on NFL here, right? So 70% of the United States can do this. And essentially you pick 2 to 5 players. So with tomorrow being the Arizona Cardinals, let's go with Kyler Murray here. Let's go with Joe Burrow. You can also come over to the top. You got rushing yards, you got receiving yards, you got field goals made, you got kicking points, passing touchdowns, interceptions, right? Punts, all that stuff. So you pick 5 players, up to 5. You can pick 2 to 5. We'll do rushing yards. We'll do Alvin Kamara. We'll do Taysom Hill. Sure, why not? Joe Mixon. There you go. There's your 5. Finalize your entry. And you can see here what you get is with Kyler Murray, 245.5 passing yards. You put it in. You think he's going to make more? You think he's going to make less? Joe Burrow, 262.5 passing yards. Do you think he's going to do more or less than that? See Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill. You, like I said, you do receivings, punts. You can do whatever you want. If you use the promo code DDW, you get 100% of your deposit matched up to $100. So if you put $100 into this, you're going to get another 100 to play with. It's $200. You can win up to 10 times your money. Like I said, any sport on there. So go try it out. Prize Picks. You can find them on Apple, Android, all these great apps. Try them. Use the promo code DDW. Get 100% of your deposit matched up to $100 and go and try Prize Picks. But without further ado, let's jump into the picks with TD Phins Talk. And other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow, but definitely Friday with the preview of this very important Steelers game. But like usual, stay classy and Fins out. Got my brother from another mother. It's been a while since I had you on this channel, my man, but I had to get you on the picks. You know, it's people know who you are, but obviously if they don't, TD, tell them about you and all the great stuff you do over on your channel.
TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. All we do on my channel is hate on Tua. You know, if you want to join the Tua bashing, come on over to TD Phins Talk. Skyler is the GOAT these days. You know, so y'all know, come find me, man. You know, I bleed Dolphin blood, but hey, that's all I got for you.
Oh man, I'm gonna hear it in the comments section. What's TD doing on here for?
Oh, I know, right? Oh, Doug, you shouldn't be working with this guy. He makes you look bad. I'm sorry, Doug. Y'all forgive me. Doug's doing some charity right now.
Oh, well, TD's obviously, you know, it's Wednesday, so you guys know TD's coming on. He's gonna help me make some picks. We're gonna run it down. What we'll do is tell me what you think, and then I'll tell you the spread, and you can tell me if that changes what you think, and we'll go from there. So we'll start with tomorrow's game, which is the Saints heading to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. They made a trade for a wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers. Got a bit of pieces here and there. I'm going with the Saints still on this one. I don't know if I'm really all that in on Carolina. Arizona. What's your thoughts on that?
I wasn't all in on Arizona, but you can never have enough weapons. That was a good addition for them. I mean, I just don't have any faith in the Saints. I just don't believe in them. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go Arizona in this game.
And the Cardinals are given 1.5, so I don't think that it's not enough to really sway your decision, right?
No, they're the favorite. I think they should be. But their new addition, is he even eligible to play?
I don't know.
Not
That's a
sure.
good question. I know DeAndre Hopkins is going to be back as well, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I gotta update my fantasy roster. I drafted.
I just
I knew
helped you.
this was coming.
Just helped you out
Let's
there.
go.
So then we're going to start with the Sunday games. 1:00, the Cleveland Browns heading to Baltimore, taking on the Ravens. What's your thoughts on this one? The spread is pretty big, so I'm going to see what your thought is, then I'll tell you what the spread is. So Cleveland at Baltimore.
Cleveland on the road to Baltimore. I'm shocked that the spread is big, and I know that it's in favor of Baltimore. You gotta go Baltimore, but give me the spread, and let me tell you why I'm probably gonna bet the spread.
6.5.
Cleveland.
Ravens are giving
Yeah.
6.5.
I'm gonna take the spread on Cleveland. The Baltimore Ravens have given up 3 fourth quarter major leads. Like, I don't know what's going on over there, but now they have 3 fourth quarter major leads that they blew. Like, just absolutely blew.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, and Cleveland's actually a good team. They're just missing a good quarterback, and they're fighting between the quarterback woes.
Yeah.
So I would still pick Baltimore because they shouldn't lose, but I would actually take the spread because Baltimore could disappoint you in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm picking straight up, I'm going to take Baltimore, but with that spread of 6.5, yeah, I think I'd have to go Cleveland there. Next we got Tampa Bay with angry Tom Brady. I don't know if you saw it, but he was
Oh yeah, I saw it.
heading
I
to
saw every bit
Carolina,
of it.
taking on the Panthers. Panthers are getting 10.5. I'm not even gonna wait for you to hear this one. Panthers are getting 10.5. I don't even think that really matters. I'm still taking Tampa Bay. I think Carolina really wants that number 1 overall pick. I don't even know if Baker Mayfield's starting for them. They just traded their wide receiver. I feel like it's a yard sale for them. I'm going to Tampa, even with 10.5.
Smart. I'm going Tampa too. Not the defense, but I'm going Tampa. And I would actually take them to even demolish the spread to get over. So yeah, that's a no-brainer for me.
Question for you: who on the Carolina Panthers would you go after if you're for the Miami Dolphins? Because Brian Burns is reported, CMC. Who would you go after?
Anybody on the O-line?
You okay?
Anybody. I don't care what O-line position. I don't care if we already good in that position. Give me any O-lineman. Get a player now. Send Gesicki over there. It's an expiring contract, so it works in your favor. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let him. I'm sending Gesicki to Carolina. Give me one of your O-linemen. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I'd even take Bozeman, their backup center, at this point, and then kick.
But not for Gesicki, but yeah.
Yeah, and then kick Connor Williams over to guard because I don't know if you saw the film breakdown. A lot of high snaps this past week.
It was the same thing in camp. We knew this was gonna happen, but at least they're not fumbles like
exactly
you worry about. But still, it disrupts a quarterback's rhythm and timing. So that's the issue with it.
Especially with what we're running with the quick passes and stuff, it needs to be in the hand and out. Having to jump up kind of really messes that up. Next, we have the Falcons, who are actually tied for first place in the South, taking on the Bengals. Both 3-3 teams in Cincinnati. What's your thoughts on this one?
I got the Bengals. I think they'll start, getting their cooking going and winning a few games. These are the games they're supposed to win. If they lose, that's a big letdown for that team. But I got Cincinnati, and it's not even by much, barely winning. But they're going to start getting their rhythm back as a team.
Now, Cincinnati's giving 6. Does that change? Would you go Falcons spread? Or do you think it'll be a touchdown game?
I would stay away from it.
Okay.
I would stay away from it. The 6 is dangerous. That's one touchdown. It's dangerous.
I've been
I would
there.
just stay away from it. I'll just take the win, the Bengals win, and leave it alone.
I think it was like 2 years ago. I took the Jets in the spread, and they were facing the Colts, and they were marching down the field about to cover the spread, and threw an interception and screwed me over. So
Blew it.
I feel you there. But yeah, I'm going Cincinnati as well. They need to get back in that groove. A lot of 3-3 teams in the NFL, especially the AFC.
Oh.
It's a tight race, very tight race. Next one.
And I don't like it.
Nope. Got to win the games. You got to win the games you're supposed to. And we'll talk about that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Then we have the Lions taking on your wife's team, Dallas Cowboys, 4-2 right now. How's she feeling? Is she cocky yet? Is she getting cocky yet?
No, she's not cocky. My wife is very set in on the Cowboys are always going to cowboy. So until they do something that she can believe she can, Cowboys all day.
Yeah.
Dak should be back.
Mm-hmm.
First game back, unless he just rusts himself out of a victory. But Cowboys win this one easily.
Yeah, I agree. Even they're given 7, I still think.
I figured it was 7 or 8. Yeah.
Because the Lions, they had that one win. Everyone thought they were going to turn it around, and they can't get it together.
Yeah.
Can't get it together.
We better not lose to them.
These next 4 games.
Hey, don't let the Lions be our Jags of last year. That's all I'm going to say.
Dan Campbell coming back for some revenge. Oh, man.
Oh.
Now we have the Giants, 5-1. Brian Dable Giants taking on the Jaguars, 2-4. Jaguars are getting 3, which I'm surprised by that. It's not a lot, but the Giants, I'm going Giants in this one. They're a different team. What's your take on the Giants? They beat the Ravens and they beat the Packers in England. Are you surprised by this?
Ravens blew a fourth quarter lead. Packers are trash. I'm going Jags actually in this.
Wow. So you think it's fool's gold? Giants are fool's gold?
They're not fool's gold. They're a solid team, but they're not as good as their record says. And this is a prime game where the Jags get a W. The Jags are actually playing decent football.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like the Giants of last year. Can't find a way to get the win. The Jets of last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they'll actually beat the Giants, and the Giants will go 5-2 this week.
Yeah, I agree, because the Jaguars, they actually had a pretty close game against the Eagles
Mm-hmm.
there. So, I feel you on that one. Then we have the Colts taking on the Titans. Colts are we don't know what they are. Up and down, up and down. Titans, another team. We just don't know what they are. Titans giving 3, home team. I'm going with the Titans in this one just because of Derrick Henry. What's your thoughts on that?
Hold on. Didn't they already play?
I think like a week or so
2 weeks
ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago they played.
He's schedule
I
makers.
think Tennessee won by like 7 points, if I'm not mistaken. This game is interesting. I'm gonna have to go Tennessee because Tennessee beat them on the road last time, and now they're home, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to verify that. I gotta go Tennessee. Tennessee coming fresh off of a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't play this week. Yeah, I got to go Tennessee in this one. Tough division game regardless. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's crazy how division games work like that. You could have complete opposite records and it's still going to be a really close game. Next we have the Packers. Packers, like you just said it, struggling hard, taking on the Commanders. Not going to have Carson Wentz. Heineke's going to be in there.
Green Bay starts their 8-game win streak. Well, hold on. The Dolphins somewhere in there. Green Bay starts their win streak until they get to us, hopefully. But they start their win streak. They're 3-3, but now they'll go 4-3, so the world isn't over for them. But they'll beat Washington.
Yeah, I agree. Even giving 5, I think.
This is a perfect game for them. They needed this opponent at this time. Having the letdowns that they've had recently.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is he's been very lackadaisical, and now all of a sudden people are talking about him, and he's like, all right, now I got to really show who I am. Like you said, this is the perfect game for them to come out and torch the Washington Commanders. Next team, Jets taking on Denver in Denver. The Jets coming off hot. They're feeling themselves. You talk to Richie a lot. They're feeling themselves.
I can't stand it, but what can I say? I hate the Jets in Buffalo.
Oh, my God.
You know, I hate them so much. I hate them. But, gosh, what can I say right now? Who would have ever thought the Jets would be ahead of us in the division and have a tiebreaker? Even if we win and they lose, they still ahead of us right now.
And
who would have ever thought? But I'm sorry, and this is what makes me even madder. They about to beat the freaking Broncos. Let's ride. Oh my God. They about to beat the freaking Broncos and go 5-2, Doug. Can you believe it?
And they're gonna feel themselves even more.
Oh my gosh. On the road. Watch they get this W.
Their next two games after that are against the Patriots and then the Bills, though. So all of a sudden they might come back down to earth real quick. But as much as I don't, again, me and you are in the same situation where we're just like, ugh, yeah, the Jets, because Denver's defense really clamped Justin Herbert, but their offense couldn't do.
Is a top defense in this. They've been doing that every week.
Yep.
It's like, how are y'all losing games? This defense isn't allowing more than like 16 points. Like, they are shutting everybody. Like, they are clamping the whole front and back end down on every team they play, but they still losing games. Russell Wilson.
You called it. How long ago did you call it? Once he got his contract?
5 years ago when I first started my channel, I was telling people Russell Wilson, he gonna waste 5-6 more years in Seattle. He ain't gonna he never gonna get past the first round, and he never got past the first round. I said that when I started my channel, when I told people about paying these quarterbacks big money that has everything around them. You don't know what they really are.
Exactly.
You don't know if they could carry a team if they already have everything around them. They got a run game. They got a defense. And sure enough, it was a theory back then, by the way. I didn't present it as a fact. I said, this is what I believe, and here's why. And sure enough, Russell Wilson is proving that, and some other quarterbacks have been proving it too, technically. But
hit the nail on the head on that one. I wouldn't be surprised, though. It's not a big spread. It's only 3 points. I wouldn't be surprised if, because Zach Wilson really hasn't been doing much for the Jets. Like, he hasn't won them games. It's a lot of their defense in the run game with Breece Hall. Wouldn't be surprised if Denver pulls this one off because of their defense. But, yeah, I'm going Jets. Unfortunately, we have to go with Jets. Now we have 2 one-win teams. One of them I'm very surprised is 1 win. You got the Texans heading to Las Vegas taking on the Raiders, who are 1-4. Did you see the Raiders being 1-4? It's Josh McDaniels, man. Wherever he goes.
That coach is trash.
Yeah.
That coach, I've been watching these games, bro. That coach, like, what kind of decisions do you be making? Just like Denver last night. It was like, what are you doing? Like, these coaches are like out here doing like our little fake punt.
Oh my God.
This ain't about us right now. This ain't about us right now. But these coaches are the ones that's blowing it. They get all these weapons and they think they're invincible. And then when you get stopped on 4th down, you looking dumb, boo-boo the fool.
Well,
in critical moments.
Raiders given 7 to Houston. I'm still taking the Raiders.
Yeah, you got to take the Raiders, man.
Davis,
and actually, Houston got a better record than them. Don't cut Houston short. Houston ain't got 1 win. They got 1.5 wins. Oh my gosh, you talk about the bum bowl.
Oh my God, seriously. This next game is a surprising one. You got Seattle, who's actually pretty decent, right? Taking on the Chargers, who Justin Herbert's looking kind of pedestrian lately. A lot of people like to make the excuse he's not 100%. He's this and that. His weapons are out. His offensive lineman's out. Where did we hear that before, TD? You know,
Tua. I agree. that he does have all those circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like that some Dolphin fans, if you use that for Tua, then use it for Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
I
Be
ain't giving
consistent.
neither of them an excuse.
Exactly.
When Tua didn't have it, he looked like a bum, and when Herbert ain't have it, he looking bad too. But I'm looking for people to keep the same energy on the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
They're not giving Herbert those excuses. So if you're not gonna give Herbert those excuses, then why did you give them to somebody else? That's all I'm saying. Let's be fair here.
And Seattle actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, but they coming down to earth today.
Yeah.
I mean, this week they gonna take this L.
Chargers giving 7 too.
Yeah, they gonna take the L because Chargers and at home too. Chargers at home. I just think the Chargers defense is starting to pick it up big time.
Yeah, you saw it on Monday night. There when James started getting in there, and even without Bosa out there, Khalil Mack was doing his thing.
They're 4-2, and Herbert ain't even been great. So this defense is leading the way, and if he start cooking, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be big game for. I almost said San Diego. Are you still slipping on that and calling them San Diego? Are you good with the LA?
I mess it up here and there. I don't care when I get stuff wrong now, especially name pronunciations. People get mad. It's this, man. I don't care no more. It's too much. It's too much, man.
It took me a while with Noah Benogany. Now, who is it? Eric Izukoma. People was like, it's not Izukoma, it's Izukama. I'm like, I thought it was
Ezukama. Ezu. I don't care. Y'all know what I meant.
You know who we're talking about. We'll just start saying jersey numbers. Number 9.
It's disrespectful to pronounce it. But man, that's between me and that person there. And they don't care.
Oh, man. Then we have the Chiefs. Lost to Buffalo. We kind of hoping Buffalo was going to lose to the Chiefs, taking on San Fran. Now, we want, as Dolphin fans, San Fran to lose this game.
Absolutely.
San Fran's getting 3. I'm going with the Chiefs. I think San Fran is slowly going downhill. They're getting banged up. I'm going Chiefs in this one. What's your thoughts?
This is the upset of the week.
Wow.
San Francisco gets the W. And you can't figure San Francisco out.
No, never.
They have lost every game they should win and won every one they should lose. You cannot figure this team out, injuries and all. This is going to be the upset game, though, because, again, that defense is still intact. They're going to try their best to run the ball. I'm just going out on a limb, actually, in this game, and I'm picking San Francisco to win. And I hate it, man, because our draft pick.
Yeah. Now, question. San Fran, a lot of people are saying that their offense is looking very, vanilla, very blah. Some people think that's because Mike McDaniel's not there anymore. Do you agree with that, or?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm just saying it's not a knock on Mike. I love Mike McDaniel. I just don't think he's the reason why. At the end of the day, it's still the same thing. You got that block quarterback. That's capable but not capable. It's like you're good enough to be not good enough. Right on that cusp, right on that edge, and that's what we're hoping Tua can eclipse.
Yeah, 100%.
Getting over that good enough to not be good enough status, because he's showing that he's good enough so far this year when he's on the field. But we're going to need a larger sample size to feel real good about it. So that's what's happening over there. But Jimmy G's going to have some games where he cooks. So he hadn't really had them too much yet. So they're due here and there. That's just San Francisco for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Next, Chicago taking on the Patriots.
Oh, God.
I don't know if
ever watch another Chicago game.
Have you heard about all the stuff with Mac Jones and not wanting surgery and stuff like that?
I haven't followed it at all. I just know they got that old zappy fever over there.
Speaking about feeling themselves, they're calling him the next Tom Brady, and I'm like, pump the brakes.
Yeah. I try not to pump the brakes on stuff like that because you never know. Even though pump the brakes, but you never know, man. I mean, we sit here and we have a narrative that Tua's a winner. All he does is win. That's what Zappy's providing for them right now.
That's true.
He wins and all he does is win. So I can't knock them as long as they're winning games, even though they're winning it running the ball primarily. But the 2 victories they've had have been so freaking impressive. And go look at the Patriots' freaking schedule.
Yeah.
They finna rattle off some wins, and I'm realizing that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Them and the Jets, they got their schedule coming up. They have some wins in their future. So I don't like the fact that the Patriots will be 4-3 because they gonna beat the Bears. Ain't no way they lose.
100%. Yeah, even with Zappy and
how did the Bears get 2 wins?
Who did they beat? I honestly can't even tell you who they beat.
I'm sitting here like I done watched y'all on the field. They beat the 49ers in the first game of the season. See what I mean? Games that they're supposed to win, they lose, and games they're supposed to lose, they win. And they beat the Texans. So
that makes sense.
It's making sense now.
That makes sense. But yeah, Mac Jones apparently was not happy that they brought in a defensive coordinator to be the offensive coordinator. And he feels like he's being pushed out, and he's opting not to get surgery. I think on his ankle.
Why?
Because he wants to play.
Oh, because the surgery will sit him out and push him out? I don't think Mac should take that approach. Go get your surgery, man, because you've done it at a minimum enough so far to at least, like, say you do get pushed out, you've done enough to get a job next year as a starter somewhere.
Yeah, definitely
even
Seattle
if it's a bottom team.
Or something. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you've done a little bit of enough for 5 teams to say, hey, we want to invest and see what we can get.
He's efficient. Mac Jones is very efficient. Like, there's no knock on him, but yeah, the Patriots are dealing with their own little situation. Some of the fans are for and against. I'm just sitting back, eating my popcorn, watching it. But the final game we're going to talk about is our game, Sunday night prime time, 50th anniversary, undefeated season. You know they're going to be wearing the throwbacks. I think the biggest thing that people are going to be talking about is Tua Tagovailoa is back, facing Brian Flores' linebacker core. Dolphins are given. I said this before. Dolphins are given 7. What's your thoughts on this game?
Who is Armstead and Jackson playing?
Supposedly,
I don't think Armstead gonna play.
Well, supposedly they were very close to be playing last week against the Vikings.
Just like Mike McDaniel said, he expected Byron in week 1. I mean, I don't listen.
I don't want to talk about Byron right now.
But because he has that turf toe, don't he?
He's got something going on with his toe.
Bro, that turf toe it lingers. That's the problem. You got to sit down and let it heal for at least a month or so. And the problem is he keeps trying to play through it and making it worse. And I don't know if he actually plays. That's what I'm worried about. But I'm sorry, Doug. I know we're here to do picks, but this is the one game I don't have a pick. You know why? I feel like we're either going to blow them out so bad or it's going to Tennessee all over again.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to be 2 extremes, one or the other. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even care about the game. I'm only looking for one thing to happen, Tua to survive. No, I'm serious. Like,
no, I feel you, man.
Get the jitters out, take a few hits, and be okay and make it through the game. And don't pull him in the protocol at any point. Because I just don't want to see this kid get another injury. If he does, man, the conversation is going to be whether or not that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just needs to stay healthy. Hopefully he makes better decisions. Get rid of the freaking ball when you can control it. You know, this line's so bad, you still ain't going to be able to control all of it. But it's just about seeing him come back. You ain't got to be what you were in Baltimore, Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if it's a mediocre New England game, but just make it through the game and hopefully we get the W. So just seeing him getting back on track and then trying to get some momentum for a few weeks.
What is your thoughts on the fact that Pickett is in concussion protocol, but Mike Tomlin said he's going to be practicing all week?
Well, he's in stage 4. That's why.
Gotcha.
So, He's in stage 4, and that whole you can't compare anybody's concussion protocol with Tua's.
Yeah,
because that was handled totally different. They brought in independent specialists because they feared Tua in a short amount of time, which could be very damaging long term. So yeah, he'll be ready to play, and they'll probably play him if he clears by Sunday morning.
Do you care who they face, Pickett or Trubisky?
See, oh man, honestly, Doug, it's a catch-22.
Mm.
Pickett against our depleted secondary, I think he could actually move the ball and make plays.
Mm.
I ain't a fan of him. I don't even like him like that, but I've seen him put a little work in, and I see where he can make some plays. But Trubisky has a little bit of mobility in him that can also extend plays that we don't want extended plays. Our secondary don't want nothing to do with extended plays. Get that pressure there and end it all. So it's a catch-22. So if I had to pick, I would rather pick it just because he's young and we about to throw some stuff at him.
Yeah, I agree.
I know we might end up playing Trubisky, but I don't want to because it's like playing Flacco.
Yeah.
Knowing that you can do what you need to do, but he can also give it to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at on it.
I feel you. Well, bud, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's a blast.
There's no Monday night game?
No, the Bears Patriots was the Monday night game. I made ours last.
Oh, okay. We made ours. Okay. Bears Patriots Monday night. Lord.
The Thursday, the Thursday night games, they need to do. This one's a little bit better, but they've been like real bad lately.
Because they keep putting Denver on TV. Oh my God!
I think there's like another 4 primetime games for Denver too.
It should be getting better next week.
Yep.
There's not many good games in the NFL at all this week.
Mm-hmm.
Our game is the only one that interests me.
And that's just because we're Dolphin fans. If we weren't Dolphin fans, it'd be like, why is this a Sunday night game?
There's a lot of out of conference, there's not many games that really interest me. But yeah, man, we're gonna get this W though. Let's go Dolphins.
Let's go. All right, bud. Well, if you guys haven't yet, go check out TD. Great channel over there. He gives his opinions. We're allowed to have our opinions.
No, we're not.
He's just very passionate about his.
That's what the world is today. You're not allowed to have an opinion, but I don't care. I'm a rebel.
Dude, I love you, man. We gotta get each on again soon.
All right, brother. Love you so much. Talk to you soon.